Generally, people think that any light we can use. Why should we bother so much about the light parameters? Because here what we will have to think. We are using live plants, not artificial plants. The live plants will use certain spectra of the lights, not the entire spectra of the light for the plant. Hi, so I have one sincere request to everybody. Whatever the sessions I am talking, please try to listen to my all sessions. Then only you will get some idea how to set up a tank. In my last session, I said something about the water parameters. The quality of the water we are looking for, the tank, planted tank, is absolutely important, and of course, in order to know something about the water quality, we'll have to test certain parameters, and those parameters should be within our safe range. Then only we can say that this water is really good for the planted tank. Okay, today what I am going to say something about the light quality. Generally, people think that any light we can use. Why should we bother so much about the light parameters? Because here what we will have to think. We are using live plants, not artificial plants. The live plants will use certain spectra of the lights, not the entire spectra of the light for the plants, because they have some kind of pigments in the plant. We will say the green pigment, otherwise we will say chlorophyll molecules. These chlorophyll molecules won't absorb or won't utilize the entire spectra of sunlight or the visible light. Okay, the entire spectra is something like we can say VIBGYOR. You know very well that there are 7 colors in the rainbow. That's the visible spectra of sun. So within that visible spectra of sun, only 2 colors plant need for making the food. Try to understand. Only 2 colors the plants need to make the food. Otherwise we say photosynthesis. For performing photosynthesis, they need only 2 colors. Which are those colors? Red and blue. Okay, red and blue. So actually the plants do not require the entire visible spectra, only 2 colors, because they have the chlorophyll molecules within the system, or we can say chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. They can absorb certain wavelength of the light. One is at the red region and one is at the blue region. When we talk about sunlight, sunlight can provide the entire spectra, then there is no need to bother about the quality of the light, because that's the quality we are looking for. But the artificial light we provide, we should make it sure that, whatever the spectra that source provides, it should provide the same spectra for the plants to do photosynthesis or to make the food. I told very clearly there are 2 spectra or 2 wavelengths of light. One is called red and one is called blue. These 2 spectra should be required at a very balanced ratio in order to make the plant perform photosynthesis at its optimal level. Okay, optimal level. Then how we can identify, because if you go to a shop, you can see an array of lights under different brands and different colors and everything. Then how we can identify or how we can locate the right kind of light for your planted tank? What we can do? Okay, generally what I am telling that you should try to understand certain units we are using when we talk about light. One is called the color temperature. Okay, the second one is, we can say, the intensity of the light, otherwise called lumens. Or the third one we can say something like that, the CRI, color rendering index. Okay, I can tell one by one. The best light from the sun, we say the noon daylight. There the color temperature of the noon daylight what we can say, around 6500 degree to 7000 degree Kelvin. So go to the shop and see, okay, the shopkeeper or the assistant is giving one light source to you. You can ask him, okay, what about the color temperature of this light? They say this is something between 6500 degree to 7000 degree Kelvin. Okay, then the first unit is really satisfactory for the planted tanks, Then the second unit, now we should know what about the intensity of the light. The intensity of the light, how much it will be. So this intensity of the light is measured in lux or lumens. Lux in the sense, it is simple. We can say the concentrated light falling on an object. So that if it is per square meter or meter square, then we will say lux. Suppose 100 lumens in the sense, 100 lux of light is falling on an object with an area of square meter, then we will say 100 lumens. So that means that lux per square meter is called lumens. Lux per square meter is called lumens. So this is the second unit we should know about our light requirement. How much we need, how much lux or how many watts we need for a planted tank. It is assumed that generally the plants can grow between 25 to 30 lumens, between 25 and 30 lumens. Okay, so that means, what we can say that, if that light shows at 25 watts or 30 watts, it can provide, per watt it can provide around 30 lumens or 60 lumens or 100 lumens. Then we'll have to calculate how much we need. You take your light, you say, they say that 25 watts, it can provide around 1200 to 2000 lumens. We'll have to calculate in such a manner that we need around 30 lumens per liter. Suppose your tank has around 100 liter capacity, or the tank is having around 100 liter water in it. So per liter of water, how much we require? 30 lumens. So total volume of the tank is 100. Then 30 into 100 means 3000 lumens. Okay, got it? 3000 lumens. Then what we can say? 3000 lumens we require. The chosen light is giving around 1000 lumens, but our tank volume is 100 liter and we need 30 lumens per liter. Then total 3000 lumens for the tank we need, because 3000 lumens for the 100 liter tank. Then our chosen light is providing only 1000 lumens. Then the same type of light units we need 3. Then only it can provide the sufficient amount for the plants to prepare food for themselves. Then only they can grow. So this is the second unit I am talking about. The first unit I told you, the daylight having the color temperature of about 7000 degree Kelvin. The second unit I told that we need per liter of water we need around 30 lumens. Now the third term, very often you hear CRI, color rendering index. The color rendering index of, what does it mean? Because if you look at the plant at noon daylight, we can say that it will be as natural as possible. So we can say the color rendering index of the light is 100, but of course that is natural light. We cannot provide that much CRI for the artificial light. So generally what we say, we have any light source that is really good for the plants to grow, it should have the CRI above 90. We cannot produce 100% natural and 100% CRI for the artificial source of light. Anything between 90 to 95, it's okay for us. So these 3 units you should know first. First one I told you is the color temperature of the light, that is around 6500 degree Kelvin to 7000 degree Kelvin. The second one is the lumens. I told you very clearly 30 lumens per liter we can consider really good, or 25 to 30 lumens per liter of water can provide the light, the right intensity of the light to for the plants to perform the photosynthesis. Third one is CRI. CRI should be above 90. Okay, you got it. Now one problem is there. I told something about the red light and the blue light for the plants to grow. It doesn't enhance the beauty of the plant. Why? Because all these lights, or majority of that portion, absorbed by the plants, so the plants look so dull. Then what we need to enhance the beauty of the tank or aestheticity of the tank, what we can do? There we add the green spike also. So now we should know something about that. After putting these three spectra, red, green and blue, the light should provide the color temperature around 7000 degree Kelvin, and it should have the intensity around for the water, or for the volume of the water, it should provide the minimum intensity of light 30 lumens per liter of water, 1 liter of water, and the CRI should be above 90. So these three terms are quite important. And nowadays, what are the highly advanced grow light comes with very high intensity rate. That means per watt it can provide, each LED can provide around 100 lumens. That means that is quite enough for 4 liters of water in the tank. So such LED lights and the fixture, if you get in the sense we don't need, for a 100 liter tank we need 3000 lumens, then what we can say, around 80 watts enough for us. Even not 80 watts, we can say around 50 to 60 watts enough for us to provide the correct intensity of the lights for a tank having 100 liters of water. So these are the things you will have to understand. And green spike should be there. People will ask, even the plants do not require green spike to do photosynthesis. That we need to see the plants in proper shape or in proper manner, and to enhance the beauty of the tank. So these are the simple things, don't think so much about the light. You just think about the color temperature, you just think about the lumens and about the CRI. So definitely that light you can buy, and you are very sure that it can provide the right spectra for the plants to grow. However, one more thing is there. Some people will say warm white, cool white and daylight. Warm white in the sense that is somewhat yellow in color. It is not a very good candidate for the planted tanks, because only red spectra is more and the blue spectra is very minimal. So that is somewhat yellow or somewhat brown tone. We can say that yellow or light yellowish red tone it can provide. So that is not at all good for us. Cool white, look wise it's very good, cool white, but it doesn't provide the red light for the plants to grow. So that cool white spectrum or the cool white light can provide the color temperature around 5000 or below. Understood? Then what we should go for, the daylight. The daylight in the sense 6500 degree Kelvin to 7000 degree Kelvin. So we should see, we need daylight, no cool white or no warm white. Daylight source of light, and also the lumens out, the intensity of the light minimum 20 lumens or 25 lumens per liter of water, and also the CRI should be above 90. If these three things are really matching, then of course you can choose that light for your planted tank. Thank you.